All right. Welcome, one and all, to the Off the Rails Sports Podcast. I am your host tonight, John, or this morning, I guess would be a little more appropriate because this usually logs up in the morning. And if you could, hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. And if you're really feeling risque, go ahead and leave some comments. Let's talk about what happened in the world of sports on Taco Tuesday. Oh, God, oh, God. Yes, yes, yes. This is truly one of the best times of the year. We get to see the playoffs in baseball, not baseball, hockey, basketball. We get baseball really starting to hit its stride. And in the association, in the NBA, we had a big game 4 between Indiana and the New York Knicks. And Indiana came out on top, 130 to 121. Halliburton, Tyrese Halliburton, wow. Is this guy not emerging as a superstar? You know, it reminds me a lot of how Ant Edwards kind of exploded on the scene last year in the playoffs. Halliburton is just doing it at the right times and at the right places. I was watching the game, and it just seemed like every time the Knicks pulled within one or two, or maybe took a 1 or 2 point lead, Halliburton came up from 28 foot and hit a 3 pointer. I mean, the guy was just, he was the difference maker. What are you going to say? Um, he had a triple double, 32, 15, and 12, zero turnovers. Wow, what a rating he had there. Now Indiana is up 3-1. They return to New York for game 5 on Thursday. Pascal Siakam, 30 points. Pacers haven't lost consecutive games since March 10th. Yeah. Wow, man. That's pretty impressive. 2.5 months. Brunson, 31. Brunson was just great. I mean, he hit some really clutch 3 pointers. They didn't have enough going on, which really surprises me. I don't know if Tom Thibodeau survives. I mean, I know it's the first time in 25 years they got to the Eastern Conference Finals, but this really feels like a year they could have done something. Towns, 24 and 12. OG Anunoby had 22 points, and now the Knicks are down against it, 3-1. They're going back to New York, MSG, and we will see what happens. It is funny. I watch Charles Barkley and Kenny the Jet Smith, and I want to say, and this is going to be kind of provocative, they do these in-game DraftKings bets or whoever it is, Sports Kings, DraftKings, whatever it is, and oh, this guy and this guy, and they never hit the bets. But it does seem like a lot of times when they're talking about the games or the sides or the over-unders, that Chuck has some money on the game. And, after the game, if you really want to see what's going on, watch the post game and see if they really start to get pissed. Here's how you can tell they got money on the game, and I'm going to tell you because I bet money before, not like they do, but I bet money, is if they don't have any money on it, they talk about the team that won and how good they were. If they got money on it and they lost, they talk about how crappy the other team that lost was. I'm telling you, that is the sports gambler 1A give all. That is the super tell of all super tells. All right, let's move over to the National Hockey League, where the Edmonton Oilers laced it up against the Dallas Stars, and the Edmonton Oilers came away with a 4-1 win. Skinner, unbelievable. 28 saves. The first period was a barrage. Dallas threw everything at him but the kitchen sink. And maybe they even threw that at him. And he withheld. He held the fire. And eventually, they took a 1-0 lead after the first period. Dallas tied it up early in the second period, and then Corey Perry got a power play goal to take the lead, which they never relinquished. Draisaitl had the power play goal in the first period. And listen to this stat. Over the last 3 seasons, the Oilers are 9-0 in game 4s. God dang, that is insane, right? Ottinger, I thought was very good. He didn't really have a lot going on for him, but he had 29 saves. But his record fell to 5-11 in Western Conference Finals games. Not too good. Not too good. All right, let's talk about what's going on in baseball today. And there was quite a bit, that's for sure. The Dodgers beat the Guardians. Dustin May got the win. Dodgers win 9-5. Shohei Ohtani, the greatest player who ever lived, had a home run in his third consecutive game. Cardinals beat the Orioles 7-4, and I know we're 2 months away from the trade deadline, but man, I got a feeling the Orioles are going to be sellers. I think Mullins is going to be on the block. I don't know what else they got, but they're not going to get rid of Rushman. You're telling the fan base you're giving up if you give up on that guy. The Tigers beat the Giants 3-1. Flaherty got the win. He's having actually a pretty good year, even though his record is 3-6. We had the Phillies beat the Braves. The Braves get so close to getting to 500, and then they just doesn't go well. Phillies win 2-0. Suarez gets the win. Suarez might be him and Wheeler at the top of that rotation are pretty formidable. The Twins beat the Rays 4-2, and the Mets beat the White Sox 6-4. Which, hey, the Mets are 34-21. They are breathing down the Phillies' neck. Brewers beat the Red Sox 5-1 in 10 grand slam. I was watching it online, and next thing you know, 5-1 pops up. It was 1-1. The Red Sox, man. Hendricks got the loss. And, there was a story that came out last week about his family getting death threats. The guy battled back from cancer. And I'm sorry you lost your parlay or you lost your in-game bet on Hendricks, but goddamn, man. How ruthless can you be? The guy's coming back from cancer. Jesus Christ, there's bigger things than baseball and your fucking 18 parlay that you put $5 on. The Reds beat the Royals 7-2. Singer gets the win 6-3. This is going to surprise you. The Cubs beat the Rockies 4-3. 9-46. 9-46. I can't even believe that. I mean, honestly, AAA, man. AAA. Really? Should they have relegation here? I mean, god dang. Rangers finally get a win. They beat the Blue Jays 2-0. Jackson gets the win for them. Garcia gets the save. Astros beat the Athletics 11-1. Brown gets the win 7-3, 2.0 ERA. He has actually been the stalwart of their staff. Mariners beat the Nationals 9-1. Evans 3-1, 2.8 ERA. The Mariners are just playing great baseball. I mean, I had them last year to be over, and it was 86 wins. They got 85, of course. They were 12 games over 500 in the first half of the season, and then they just literally couldn't get a hit. I'm still believing that's this team. I know Cal Raleigh's having a great time. They have literally the best starting pitching staff in baseball. They have a lot of great prospects. Let me give some advice to you poor Mariner fans. I hope you go out and get one more bat. You need one more bat. I'm telling you right now. I saw this play out just like it is now last year. Their record is 30-23. They're 7 games over 500. Okay, let's see what happens in August. Because believe me, I saw plenty of those 1-0, 2-1 games. They lost. When you put some money on a team for an over, you literally start scouting them like the GM does. I'm telling you right now. All right, that's it for Off the Rails Sports Podcast. If you could hit that like and subscribe button, it means a lot to us. Leave some comments, and we'll see you soon on Off the Rails Sports Podcast.